Welcome, 5 Year Plan podcast.
I'm Cody Grimsey.
I'm Louisa Jones.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Cody, how's your week been?
It's been all right. I've been sick most of the week. I haven't worked very much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank God you have made a really good recovery because we spoke on the phone a bit this week and you sounded awful.
Yeah.
And sick.
The first thing that you said to me was, "You sound awful." And that's not a nice thing to say to someone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant it
But it was very
brutally.
funny. Yeah. It was very funny. I feel like you didn't sugarcoat it for me.
No.
And I feel like you probably are normally a sugarcoater as well.
Yeah, but I also think sometimes when you're sick, you need to hear that you sound sick. Because sometimes, especially the kind of sick that you were, like that cold flu kind of, sometimes you wonder if it's as bad as you think you are.
Yeah.
It is. So I wanted to validate your feelings.
Yeah, were you also concerned the fact that we were doing a podcast in a couple of days?
Yeah, and I wanted you to cancel it early.
Do I sound much better or not really?
Heaps better.
Yeah.
Heaps better. You sounded truly awful.
Because a little bit of a peek behind the curtains for the viewers, but we had 3 guests planned for today.
We did.
And 2 of them pulled out. One of them, health reasons, and another one because the flight was delayed.
Yes.
They're doing a show later tonight, and they didn't have time.
Yeah.
And when I read the messages, I was like, that's fine. Like, I'm not feeling great still anyway.
You did say to me on the phone this morning, if I can be honest, I'm a bit relieved that we're doing less today. Yeah.
So, it's good. It's worked out in the end.
Yeah, and we've got one to go, and we can get through this one.
I don't
believe
think
in
I'm
us.
sick anymore.
No, I don't either.
Do you believe people when they say that?
No, not even a little bit.
Do you believe me when I say that?
Yeah, because of the improvement that you've made.
But then you're like, you're not a Dr. Cody, what the fuck would you know, sort of thing?
Well, I do also think I heard once from probably someone that was not a doctor that
Not a doctor.
yeah, that you're most contagious before you're showing symptoms.
Yes, I heard this as well, or at least in the first day or 2 of having the symptoms.
Yeah, so now that I know that you've had it for so long,
Since
I feel
Tuesday.
pretty safe, if
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
honest. And I take
that's great.
multivitamins, so
Just going to pretend to do a sneeze.
yeah, that was a good pretending I was uncomfortable.
Really? I'm sorry to make you uncomfortable.
I didn't think you were really going to, but I thought,
Yeah.
that was a wild ride. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I am a bit of a hypochondriac.
Okay.
Like, I hate it when the person beside me at work is coughing.
Oh, me too. But also from a sound point of view, like I find because I have ADHD, I can get distracted quite easily. And if someone is making a repetitive noise near me, I don't cope with that well.
Interesting. Yeah, but you don't seem like the sort of, you might be irritable, but you don't express the irritation, I reckon. Would you tell someone that tapping is annoying you, or
Yeah, I would.
would this annoy you if I did this for the whole hour?
Yeah, it's probably annoying everyone listening too.
I don't think you tell people.
Do you know what? I
Yeah.
would bring my invisible army with me as well and being like, me and everyone else listening, I'm not liking what you're doing. Could you rethink your actions?
I'll tell you what I think you would have done.
Okay, tell me.
I think you wouldn't have said what you just said. I think you'd say, "Oh, Cody, can you stop that, Sarah?" I think Sarah's a bit annoyed by it.
Or I'd do even more passive aggressive and be like, Cody, are your fingers okay? That might be hurting them.
Oh, that's funny. And I don't reckon I'd pick up on that subtleness. I'd be like, yeah, they're fine, thanks.
I don't reckon you would either.
Oh.
No, that would be very
A lot
funny.
of people have been calling me gullible lately.
Really?
It's not a nice thing. I mean, it's true. I am gullible. I'll believe things.
But that's probably because you have a nice view of the world, as in you think like, why would people mislead me?
Yeah, rose-coloured glasses or whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Don't lose that. That's important. Yeah. But do you think that I'm someone that doesn't stick up for myself?
No, but I think you're very polite.
Okay.
I think you would, if you were pushed into a corner, you'd definitely, But maybe I'm still learning of that about you then.
Yeah, we're still getting to know each other. This is a beautiful stage of our friendship. But I think we're quite good friends. But we're still learning our little, would you call them idiosyncrasies?
Yeah. Tell me the last time, if that's appropriate to talk about on the podcast, tell me the last time that you did stick up for yourself.
I feel like I do it all the time.
Yeah.
At work, I think I do it. At work, I think I'm polite and kind but assertive in that, like, that's, what did you mean when you said that is the kind of thing I'll say. Because I work in HR and I work in recruitment, and sometimes I do have to really like lead a conversation or redirect it or stick up for other people or so I feel like I do it, but I feel like I'm getting better at doing it more subtly, that sometimes people don't know they're being called out. But I feel like I was more like a rock years ago in that, like, I didn't know how to do it subtly. I'd just be like, oh, what?
It's interesting because I definitely am not subtle. I'll tell you the last time I think I stuck up for myself. It was 2 weeks ago, we were getting fish and chips at a place in Sutton's Beach, and we were waiting in the fish and chip line, and someone kind of pushed in. Mm-hmm. I hate. I love fairness. I think you would hate people pushing in as well.
Yes.
And I had my son in my hand, holding him.
Yeah.
And the person in front of me was an old man who really had trouble hearing and seemed a bit, out of it.
Yeah.
And the guy pushed in front of him.
Oh, awful.
And then he ordered a coffee. I think he thought he could push in front because he was only ordering a coffee.
Yeah.
And it was a fish and chip shop and the line was taking ages. And he sort of stood, just sort of not far from me.
Yeah.
And my son said, "Daddy, what's happening?" Not related to what just happened in the line.
Yeah, yeah.
But I thought I would take it as an opportunity.
Oh, this is good.
And I said, "Well, that gentleman just thought he could push in front because he only wanted a coffee." And I said it loudly, and I just kind of stared at him after that.
Did he look back at you?
That's actually really aggressive now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, that is aggressive. Did he look back at you? Did he definitely hear you?
No, he was I probably wouldn't have said it if he was a big, strong macho. Again, that makes it sound even more toxic.
Oh, okay. So you picked him because he was weak.
Well, remember, he did push in on.
Yeah, no, he did. And that says a lot about him as a person. That kind of thing. If it wasn't directly in front of me, I don't know if I would have said something, but I would have been furious about it. But if it was, well, I don't know, because if the person in front of you probably maybe potentially didn't have the capacity at the time to stick up for themselves.
It seemed like I was even defending their honour as well.
Yeah, okay, that's beautiful. Well done.
A side effect of my passive aggression.
Do you find that there's so many situations like that in the world and in your life?
Injustice?
Yeah, injustice. Yeah. And it's so hard, I find.
I felt good afterwards, by the way. Good. I told my wife about it.
Well done. And was she so proud of you?
Yeah, because my dad's a little bit like that, but probably more than me.
Okay, yeah.
So I try and dial it back, and I don't have those instances where I have that situation happen to me very often.
Yeah.
But a little bit of my dad came out in me that day, and I told Rach because I don't know. And I probably shouldn't have, especially I'm role modeling in front of my son.
Yes.
And I probably shouldn't have introduced that kind of when my son was there as well, because I don't know how that guy could have reacted either.
Yeah, that's true. And I suppose, I
should have been more careful with my son around.
But it worked out okay.
Yeah, it did.
That's a tricky one. But I feel like things like that come up all the time where it's just do I say something in this moment? How do I, I get confused of whether other people are my responsibility. If someone just chooses to be rude, do you just let them be rude? Because, in certainly line situations, they're not your responsibility.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Especially, I guess, too, sometimes it's rewarding not saying anything and then just knowing that they've got to live with their negative personality forever.
Yes.
And that's karma enough.
Yes. I have actually said that a few times in the last few weeks where, well, at least, they have done that and got away with it.
Yeah.
But I don't have to be in their mind with the way they're thinking about it.
That's a very good way of looking at it.
This feels smarter than we normally are. I like this for us.
Yeah.
We have a very fun guest on the podcast today.
Pretty excited.
Yeah, me too. One of my favourite people in comedy.
Should we get into it?
We should. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome to the 5-year plan.
We're so happy you're here.
We've got a really cool guest today.
We do. One of my favourite people.
Are they bloody coming in later or?
No,
sorry.
Believe in yourself, Matt. It's you.
Yay.
Yeah, what a treat. We have got the pretender to the throne of Belgium, Matt Nunn.
Welcome, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're so happy that you're here.
I thought there'd be a longer intro.
Well, Matt is also a stand-up comedian, a sketch comedian, does a bit online, very, very funny human. We're in for a real treat.
I love that we've just left my real things that I do with the pretender to the throne of Belgium.
Yes.
Never been.
Never been. Good beer. They do really nice beer.
Okay.
Yep.
That'll be good. I'll make a big deal out of that when I take over the throne.
Yes.
Stella Aristocrat. Stella
Artois?
Yeah, something like that.
I thought that was French.
I might be wrong. Belgian beer called Stella something.
Thank goodness very tasty. We don't have a fact checker.
Imagine if that was an ad for Stella.
Jimmy, pull that up.
And I'll get you.
We have also a lovely person helping us.
Peter Darms on the panel today.
Yep.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah. We can say whatever we want and he can't respond because he's not mic'd.
And he said he charges more if he has to talk. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay, don't say a word.
Yep.
This is the first time we've had Peter in the studio with us doing the switching of the cameras.
I was wondering.
You going all right, Peter?
Yeah, I think so.
Shh. Hey.
That cost us so much money.
Let's try and fuck him up and talk over the top of each other and see. See how it goes with switching the
I think
cameras.
it's a great idea. Yeah.
I don't know why I would be suggesting that for our podcast.
When we talk over each other all the
It's
time
very
anyway.
self-destructive.
Yeah.
How was that one, Peter? Pretty good?
I think Louisa is too polite to get in on that bit because it's a disrespectful bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I hold myself to a higher standard than you both, obviously.
It is interesting. Louisa's a very nice person, hey?
Yeah.
I've never heard her like say the C word or anything like that.
Thank you.
I'm racking my brain to remember times that you've sworn.
Oh, I do swear.
But when she
Do it
does,
now.
because she doesn't swear.
I can't. No, I can.
Oh my God, did you say the C word then?
No, I said no, I can't.
Okay, I thought she said
No.
she said a C word.
Yeah, but every now and then I'll say, freaking hell.
Yeah,
No.
I've started saying effing lately, and I think it's because I got a kid.
Yeah.
That's good.
Also, I reckon Louisa, because she's sweet and nice person, the few times that she does swear, it's impactful. I reckon.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
It hits
I hope
different.
So, yeah. I tend to swear more when I'm on the phone to my friends, but all my friends have kids now and sometimes I'm on speaker, so
Yeah.
that's not good. And they're like, some of the kids are 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And that's an age where they were like, oh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's interesting. When I used to run the swim school, if I used to accidentally say crap or something in front of a kid and a parent, whatever, I'd apologise. And they're like, oh, please, will you drop the F-bomb at home? I'm like, oh, okay. So,
as you slowly call child services.
but you guys did a split bill show together.
We
Yep.
did.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah, coming up on
Almost, yeah, it
September
was-
last year.
yes,
Attempt adjacent.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. We had a lot of discussions about what to call it. I'm glad we landed on that. I don't know if everyone else got the joke as much
No.
as we did.
Sorry, what was it called?
Attempt adjacent.
Okay, and what's that mean again? Sorry.
Because we're not really trying, or we don't want to look like we're trying, but
Yeah.
we are
Okay.
trying really hard.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So the show was like adjacent to an attempt.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you can't make fun of us if we fuck it up because we're not trying at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secretly inside, fuck, we're trying so hard.
We were
Please,
trying.
please
We
don't
did.
be
And was
mad
that
at
a
us.
good chat, or did you take it to festivals as well?
We only did the one, which was a shame actually. If only we did it more times because that was fun to do. It was just a one-hit wonder for us.
Yeah. What about, so did you do any time on stage together, or was it just straight stand up, you did 30 minutes each sort of thing?
Did we do a handover bit? We had an idea for a handover
Yeah,
bit.
I don't know if we ended up doing it though.
No, I think we just swapped.
Yeah.
I introduced you, and then you introduced me, and then we got on stage together at the end, like, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Next
still
time-
good friends with Matt now? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No,
He's
good.
one of my favourite people. We're together all the time
Who
at
do you
Big
like
Cork.
more out of Matt and I?
Okay, plead your cases.
How often do you talk to her on the phone a week?
0 times.
I reckon we're closer then.
Okay, that's fair.
You do call me a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was interesting. I call her.
Yeah.
She's called me once.
Louisa, I never put you out by calling you.
No,
So-
yes,
I feel
thank
like
you.
that-
Do you know, we spoke about this morning actually, which is very funny because Cody called to say that a few people had cancelled and you were next on our list anyway, but I was like, you even said, let's call Matt. And I said, yeah. And then I said, I'm going to message him because I think he would appreciate a message more than a call. And then what did you say?
I said, I don't know. I think I could intimidate him into agreeing to come today.
If you had called me at the time that Louisa messaged me, I would have answered and told you to go fuck off because I was like still stirring out of my sleep.
Yeah.
Did my message wake you up?
You made the
No.
right
Oh,
call
good.
then. You
Yeah.
made the right call because Louisa's response was, no, I think a text message would be better in this scenario.
Yeah.
I would have been honoured to be invited, but I still would have said, Cody, go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
you stupid little red face.
It is looking pretty red. Also, you don't bully me like this off the podcast.
Yeah, I'm putting it on just to impress all the people watching.
Yeah. Is it working, viewers?
Please.
We're just waiting for their response.
Yeah.
Call in.
Yeah.
Call in now.
Yeah.
Just message in, please don't call.
Oh, it is working. Excellent.
What's working?
We got the thumbs up from the
Oh,
incredible
okay.
Peter
Yeah,
Dobbs.
won't talk.
Yeah.
Not going to pay him.
Yeah, that's right.
So, tell us.
Okay.
How long have you been doing comedy for now?
Coming up, well, stand up, coming up on 2 years at the start of July.
Yep.
Sketch.
Wow, I thought you'd been doing it for longer because you're doing very
He's
well.
been around for
been
longer.
around.
Yes.
So you've been doing sketch the longest.
Yeah, sketch since the start of 2022, I think. When
How
did we
many
do
years is
class? A bit over 3.
Okay. And then improv. You don't do as much improv as I thought.
I don't do any improv.
Yeah, interesting. Because I always associated Matt with Big Fork,
Yes.
but it's more the sketches that you've been doing.
Yeah. But Louisa and I met doing an improv class.
Yeah.
in-
in 2020.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Got interrupted by COVID. So like we did 5 classes before COVID, and on the 5th one I was sick, and I was like, I just got a little cold, but I don't want to come because of all this COVID stuff.
Yes.
And
Man flu, am I right?
yeah, very considerate man flu.
Men are the worst. Sorry.
I like the direction we're going. Keep going.
Yeah, actually, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's a new feminist podcast. Cody takes down all men.
Yeah.
Let me explain feminism. No, sorry.
Louisa, just please be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That was Matt Nunn.
Just in case the audio is confused. Good.
Why did Pete say that?
Don't say funny things when I'm drinking water, please.
Or exclusively do it.
Then you better not drink any bloody water today.
Cody's going to be so dehydrated.
Yeah, and then like after COVID, like when everyone started coming back out, there was the 6th class, which I was also sick for.
Yes.
And then a grad show, and I was like, I don't think I should be in the grad show because I missed a third of the classes, and probably the 2 most important ones.
Yeah, Matt does sorry, you go.
Which was a shame because you were excellent. You were very funny to watch.
I love the idea of Matt doing the grad show and being like, line. And then they're like, no, improv, there's no. And it's like, oh, fuck, I must have missed that one.
Yeah. Guys, I've written a few scenes for us to do tonight. Please do not have the script on stage.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. But then we didn't see each other for a while, and then we both did an online class. And then we both said, we know each other. And it took a second to figure out where from, I thought.
I think we also ran into each other in 2021 at an improviser versus stand-up at
Yes, we
Chris
did.
Martin.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Martin did that.
Yeah, it was Pete and Shad versus Taylor Edwards and Jim Reynolds.
Oh, so you guys were in the audience. I thought you meant you were on stage.
No, I was just watching. And a lot of fun. Good show.
Yeah.
That was the first night I ever saw like a bunch of Brisbane comedians do stand-up. I had no idea what the Brisbane stand-up scene was like. And I remember saw Sandeep, Ting Lim, and Nick Carr for the first time that night.
Yeah, nice.
Good mix.
Yeah. Nick Carr, the first time I saw him do stand-up, fucking bombed so hard.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And it's so funny because he crushes every single time I see him now.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
I love the idea of you seeing after that time though, thinking that's what he's going to be like.
Typical Nick Carr bombing every gig.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get it together.
That's the worst when like you're trying new stuff and then someone who has never seen you before watches you trying new stuff, and then in 6 months' time they're like, "You've really improved." I'm like, "Fuck you, man!" Like I was doing new stuff that night that you saw me.
Yes.
It's like it's a weird feeling, hey? Because
I think about that all the time.
Anyway, used to annoy me, but now I'm like,
Yeah. You'll get him back. Very good.
So Raw State Final.
No, semi.
Okay,
Yeah. Pete took my spot actually.
Peter,
Yeah.
get out.
No, honestly, it was a rough semi-final. In terms of like, I was up against some real fucking heavy hitters. Harry Piaggio, Kente, Pete, and Christopher James got through mine. And honestly, makes sense. They're all fantastic.
Have you just done it once? Sorry, Louise, I keep doing
I was
this.
just going to say, I was watching. It was a very strong show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It's like I heard you open your mouth, and I'm like, "Oh, quickly get in."
You probably did because I probably did that.
You've done that just for my sake now.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop that.
This
But
is
anyway.
just the first
It's
year.
just a warning that you're going to speak.
Yeah.
Cody.
Cody's going to start having nightmares hearing.
But now it's my cue to quickly say something. So you've just done it once?
So this is my second time.
Okay.
The first year I got wild carded, and that was fine because it makes sense. I was still trying to figure out how to do jokes. I think like my Raw Heat last year was my 4th gig ever.
Wow.
Yeah, and
You do a lot of quirky shit on stage, and I love it. I shouldn't have said shit.
Yeah, it's
Quirky stuff.
It sounded accusatory.
No,
You're doing a lot of quirky shit up there, man. You
cut it out.
gotta figure it out one day.
No,
Although I feel like
freaking love
that
it.
also like leads people to be more interested about like, what is this quirky shit?
Yeah.
And we're kind of leading them to go and watch a Matt Nunn show.
Yeah, it is very cool. Who would you say has influenced you?
Good question. Auntie Donna, definitely. Auntie Donna, Tom Walker, Frankie McNair.
Tom Walker. Oh my God, yeah, Frankie McNair as well. Tabitha Booth. Yeah, and Tom Walker. I cried the first time I saw Tom Walker. I cried like actual tears. He's doing this bit about pulling a javelin out of his mouth. He's like a mime. He does heaps of mime and clowning sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The first time I watched Tom Walker, he was doing a bit about putting a giant dick into his mouth. So he's doing a lot of mouth stuff. It was his Amazon Prime special that he had. That was
Frankie
the first.
McNair is so good as well.
Also
hey?
fantastic.
Yeah.
I got to speak to Frankie on a comedy writers group call last year.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, just asked a bunch of questions like, hey, like I know that you do like mics and stuff, but when you go up, you aren't doing stand-up comedy. You're doing characters. How do you get the audience ready for that? And Frankie basically just said, yeah, I just get up there and say, get ready for some weird shit. And they're like, okay, yeah, cool. That's what I'm going to do now. So sometimes when I get up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to change the energy.
Yeah.
So get weird now.
They're at a level now where most of the people that come to their shows know what they're going to get as well.
Yes.
With Frankie, like I feel like they probably don't have to do that disclaimer at the start anymore.
Yeah.
But that would have been interesting in the beginning. Like, how did they kind of approach that? You're going to see some weird shit. Like,
Yeah.
But then probably still at mics, I guess. If
Yeah.
it's not necessarily their audience,
yeah,
they would need to introduce it as weird stuff.
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, give everyone a warning. It's going to get a bit fucking crazy for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of it in Brisbane, is there? I feel like you're one of the weirdest in Brisbane, certainly, in a really beautiful, great way.
As a person and then also as a
Thank you.
No, I mean stand up. But I mean that in genuinely a complimentary way. Like it's you'd see a lot of that sort of alternative sort of stuff down in Melbourne, and I feel like I love the fact that you're trying to bring it into Brisbane more.
I would love it to be bigger here.
Yeah.
So that, I would love comedy and performing arts in general to be bigger in Brisbane so that, like, our career paths didn't have to have a move to Melbourne step in them at some stage.
Which so many people do have. And shout out to you're like putting your money where your mouth is for bringing more stuff to Brisbane with your alt mic.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yep.
Have you done it yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Be happy you wide.
I have EOI'd, but I was away for the
What
first
the
few
hell?
months.
Your friends are there. Why haven't you even else
for the August show that I
Yeah.
haven't put together yet.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you free in October?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Now it just seems like you're only offering it because we pressured you.
I
that's
I
exactly
already
why
bumped
he's
her
here.
out of the August show just in that one sentence.
Yeah, and I
You probably got a spot in August, just a heads up.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Oh, I better think of something to do. But I'm so
Sorry, are
happy
you
that...
pitching for my show without any plans on what to do with it?
No. I've already sent you
You
a
guys
pitch.
are prepared for the show, right? You aren't just making it up.
No, yeah, I'm
Can
ready.
I just say, I did the little expression of interest thing as well, but I
And
just
got on
said,
straight
I'm
away,
just going to do heaps
interesting.
of weird shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, that is the vaguest answer that anyone's ever given me. And I'm like, I don't want to ruin the kind of surprise. And
Yeah. That is the difficult part, right? Because I want to be surprised and delighted by what happens,
Yeah.
but like a lot of times, like, please just give me a rough idea so I know what I need to do for tech.
Yeah.
And just so that I know that you're going to do something safe.
yeah, whereas I was just like, no, Matt, just give me a spot.
Yeah. I trusted you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
But then I guess you can't do that for everyone because not everyone has the cultural awareness.
Yeah.
You know.
There's definitely some people in Brisbane that, like, if they didn't give me a play-by-play of exactly what they're going to do, I'd be like, no, I need more information, please.
Yeah.
I see a script.
I
Yes.
took off my shirt.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, for the alternative comedy night.
Was that always in the plan, or did you just halfway through be like, this would be better if I
in
had
the
no
plan.
clothes on?
It was in the plan, but I don't know if I've told you the story. You know the Marianne Williamson quote that I always bang on about?
I don't think we've done an episode without you mentioning it
Actually,
yet.
it's not the Marianne Williamson quote. It's Walter Wintle quote. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but you think, no, I can't, it's almost certain you won't. Anyway,
You just had that in the barrel ready to
I know the whole
recite
thing.
like that?
Yeah, I used to love it even when I used to swim. Used to be a professional swimmer. So anyway,
Thank you. Thanks for telling
I
us.
got the audience to stand up and close their eyes, and then halfway through the poem, I took off my shirt, and then they opened their eyes. At the end, wasn't as funny as I thought it'd be.
That's pretty funny. The audience really liked it.
And then I did that little kids book at the end.
Oh,
read
yes.
the kids book.
Yeah.
And yeah, then after you came off, I came out and I had to explain to the audience, by the way, it's an alternative comedy night. I didn't explain that up the top.
That's funny.
This is anything but normal stand-up. And a lot of people went, oh! Yeah, so I fucked that one up. That first show was a bit chaotic. I was teching and emceeing, and I didn't know how to do either. So
That's
it was
a lot.
It was a mess.
Nah, you've done a great job.
Yeah, and I watched the last show, maybe last week or the week before. It was excellent.
Weeks ago, yeah.
My goodness, there's some very talented people in Brisbane, and you're bringing them all together. And you did my favourite sketch.
Yeah.
Did you do that because you saw I'd bought a ticket?
I didn't see that you bought a ticket, but when I did, I was like, if Louise is there, she's going to enjoy this.
This is my absolute favourite thing. I don't want to give spoilers, but it's just my favourite thing ever that Matt does. And he does a lot of good things, so this is a tight call, but he does this sketch where, stop me if I'm not allowed to say this.
No, go for it.
He does this sketch where he's sitting at an office desk, sometimes eating a yogurt, and someone's trying to get out of a contract. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, you can get out of this contract, but I'm going to hunt you. And then just,
You're
spirals.
meaningless. Your life doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I want your life to matter. I want you to have a meaningful day, so I'm going to hunt you for sport.
Yeah.
Do you keep eating the yogurt while you're saying it?
I take out the yogurt and start eating it like mid-call.
Oh,
A pretend yogurt or an actual
It's
yogurt?
an actual yogurt.
That's very
if
funny.
I can get it, it's a kid's squeezy yogurt.
and
like my ideal is like the Spider-Man pink yogurt, which
Have
is
you
just
tried it with a spoon? Because I feel like that would be funny.
I think
and you waving the
you
spoon
ate it with
around.
a pen once, didn't you?
I might have eaten it with a pen once. One time it was like one of the Yogo mix ones. So you take the lid off, you mix in the mini M&Ms.
That's pretty funny.
I'm just trying to find the funniest combination of yogurt.
Do that, and let one of the the mix things.
Yeah.
Like what is it, nuts and stuff?
It's like sometimes mini M&Ms, sometimes it's strawberry shortcake, like little cracker stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be funny if it dropped on the floor and you picked it up and ate it.
Who was it? Someone. It was
Yeah, I
you.
do.
You did the chips on
I
stage.
do a little bit of weird shit, but not to your level. Yeah.
You ate the chips out of your pocket during Do Something, and there were a couple on stage, and I came out immediately, just started eating them.
Nice. Don't steal
and the
my
audience
bit. That's my bit, man.
It's a really good bit. Having chips in your pocket, like I've had ideas that are adjacent to that. I'm like, it's too close to Cody's idea.
I think I'm not the first person to eat shit on stage. Actually, myself.
By taking food out of your pocket and just loose chips.
Yeah, that's wild. Loose chips is wild.
Yeah.
When we first met, you were loading chips into your pocket, and it was like, "Hey, how you doing? You're Matt, right?" And Cody, we both know Tom.
Yeah. That's a weird one because like the first time I ever did it, I ate one chip, they got massive laugh, ate another chip, massive laugh, and then I thought they're enjoying this, so I put a fistful of chips in my mouth, no laugh at all. Oh. And the annoying thing is it takes a really long time to swallow a fistful of chips.
Yeah, I can
and
imagine.
no one was laughing, and so I panicked and swallowed prematurely.
Yes.
And then I started like choking on stage kind of thing. But anyway.
It seems like that is the natural thing to do with like heightening it because like you're 1, 2, a bunch.
Yeah.
But for some reason audiences don't like it when you shove like a huge handful of thing into your mouth. And I don't know why that is because that seems so funny.
Yeah.
But
you know what,
they
Marcel,
don't like it.
You know Marcel, friend of the podcast, friend of ours.
Yeah.
He said maybe you should have tried it again. Good point.
Yeah,
hey?
that's fair.
Because it gets less funny, but you keep doing it, maybe it would have gotten more funny again.
Yeah.
That's clowning, apparently 101.
That's clown, baby.
Keep trying it.
Yep.
Would you describe yourself as a clown?
No, and that's because I will not steal the valor.
From clowns. You don't want to take that. Yeah.
I would never go through Goliath, so I can't.
I would
ever
love to,
pretend
but it's kind of, I could never now with 2 kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got it in me because you and I recently did a clown course that went for a long time and there was 2 hours to go and I looked over at Cody and you could tell I was done.
She checked out.
Yeah, I'd had enough.
Yeah, well, your one was crazy long. It was like an 8-hour class, right?
It was good,
Yeah.
but it should have been 6 hours max.
very good.
I did a 5-hour one with Zach Zucker a couple of years ago, and
yeah.
5 hour, like at the 5-hour mark, I was like, I'm ready to go. And that wasn't just because it was long. It was also because that's the least funny I've ever felt.
Yeah,
with that class. So I
because they
was
can
having
be
a terrible
brutal.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a very helpful class. Like I love that I did it, and I'm glad that I was there, and like all the things I learned and have like slowly been like figuring out ever since I did the class. Fantastic. It was a horrific 5 hours.
Yes.
And yeah, doing 2 years of that to actually do Goliath properly, can't imagine.
No.
Like the clowns that I've talked to are like, oh yeah, it was like the best 2 years of my life. It's the most suicidal I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the one you and I have done 2 clowning courses together.
We have,
and I remember the first one. You had to be so vulnerable.
Yes.
And it was like a few people, I feel like, almost cried.
Oh, a few people did cry, I think. Yeah.
And it was interesting. Whereas the second one I felt was a more kind of uplifting experience.
Yes.
But Louise is suggesting a little bit long. I just realised as well, Louise, so that I was like, earlier, I was like, are you able to switch cameras, Peter? I was maybe not to that extent, but I was very much in front of it like that. And then I'm like, oh shit. But then now I'm thinking subconsciously, am I doing that on purpose?
Are you trying to cut me out of the podcast
Maybe.
literally and
just so I can
figuratively?
have more like camera time, Peter?
Also, I hit the wrong button earlier, so it blanked out. There was like a black screen for a second.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
I
fine.
thought you were going to
Yeah.
say you haven't recorded anything. So you pressed the wrong button and it blanked out the screen
The recording
temporarily.
button is just white, right? There's no light for it.
The what, sorry?
There's no
Okay,
recording
you're making a
button.
joke now.
I'll go back to that.
Careful, we have to pay more for jokes.
He's doing bits and riffs. Hey, Raw state finalist Peter Dahm's in the room, ladies and gentlemen.
And we've got him on the panel.
Yeah, we should have mic'd him. We're not using him to his full capability. Very funny.
I love you, Peter.
Yeah. Also, shout out for Peter's podcast, Bits and Bobs.
No, let's not give him
sorry.
any. It's a competition.
Never
It
mind.
is a good podcast.
Everyone only ever listens to one podcast.
Yeah,
You can
and it's
only ever-
only ours.
Yeah, because they all play simultaneously, so you got to pick one.
Yeah,
I do
absolutely.
like your
It's like TV.
podcast, actually, Peter, but we'll talk about it.
Off air. Exclusively off air. Okay, Matt, what is your relationship with planning?
Bad. Yeah, I get like a rough idea of what I'm going to do, and then I just sort of figure it out in the moment based on what little preparation I've done, and what I have at hand.
Which surprises me because you get a lot of comedy content out there.
Do I?
Yeah, like you've done multiple sketch shows. You've done your own
Oh,
solo
yeah.
show. You've done lots of different stand-up bits.
For some reason, I thought you meant like digital content. I was like, I've got a couple of bits.
You've got
online,
a bit, yeah,
but-
online as well. So when you think of all of that done together, in my mind, that would take a lot of planning.
Yeah, I guess like a bit. Yeah, for the most part, I try to write stuff that doesn't have too much prop or set.
Yes.
And like when I'm writing it, I already know how I'm going to deliver the line because
Yes.
like it's really fun to imagine the scene. So like I have like all the direction going before I put the words on the page usually.
Yeah, interesting.
I guess I got like if I performed all of my sketches back to back, I would probably have a little over an hour, maybe an hour or two.
Yep.
And then with all the stand up, I've got like probably 7 minutes of really good stand up, and then half an hour of some not great stand up that has never worked at an open mic.
But I feel like an open mic, especially for the type of comedy you do, is a tough audience
Yeah.
because sometimes they're not even there for stand-up. So when it's something a bit different to
Yeah.
stand-up, then you've got to get that buy-in even more.
Yeah. Do you think about that?
Yeah. I eat shit a lot.
Because
And
you can't rule out a bit if it doesn't work.
yeah,
For you especially.
I got to do, like all stamps would have to do a bit like, I think the advice I've heard is like at least 6 times before you completely write it
But
off.
alternative stuff in Brisbane, even more, I reckon. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you must often write bits and they don't work up here and go, I reckon it'd work in Melbourne. Or
Yeah.
I reckon it'd work with a more progressive audience. Or
One of my best sets ever was at Tom Heim and Jet Bond's alt show down in Melbourne, and part of it was like just making fun of Tom Heim, who I've been friends with for like 5 years. Tom does this really fun thing where they send me books that I don't want. I've received The Barefoot Investor 4 or 5ve times.
that's funny, but also a very expensive practical joke.
Yeah.
Because that book's not cheap.
Yeah, I got Amy Schumer's autobiography.
Well, that's,
Sent me.
I'll have that.
You can,
Yeah.
if I still have it. I think I have Ninja's Guide to Being a Gamer.
It's a very committed friend joke.
I like this a lot.
I have the Penguin Classics Lolita, which I think I threw out immediately just because I didn't want that in my house.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just
You
in
can
case
never
you
be
died
cheap.
and someone found it in your collection.
Yeah, because I'm not going to put it on a bookshelf. I'd be hiding it away somewhere. And imagine if I died and someone found a hidden copy of Lolita in my house. Like, nah.
I don't know that reference, to be honest.
It's a book about a guy who dates his teenage, like 14-year-old stepdaughter.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm glad you told me.
And they
'cause-
conspire to kill her mother.
Yeah,
so they can
okay.
date more.
Wow.
A lot of illegal stuff
Yeah,
happens
good.
in that one.
Good thing you threw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I'm going to search my
And
house
it's a
and it's going
Penguin
to be in there
Classic?
again. I
It's a
guess.
Penguin Classic, you said?
It's Penguin Classic. Well, he sent me the Penguin Classic version.
Okay.
So it's like the orange little cover one.
Did
I
you
love-
have to read it to know what it was about, or did you already know?
I knew about it from internet references.
Okay.
I love the idea of Matt saying it's a Penguin Classic version, and they've just kind of cut out all the inappropriate stuff, and it's just a 2-pager. Just
Yeah.
Everywhere there's meant to be like a sex scene with a minor, there's just like a description of penguins waddling through the Arctic.
Oh.
Wow. Actually, Antarctic. Penguins don't exist in the Arctic.
Wow, we've learned something today.
Yeah, because that's where
There's
the
the-
bears are.
Oh.
Yeah. Bears and
So
penguins
did they
don't mix.
used to exist there and the bears killed them all?
Maybe. I don't know that much.
Okay.
I just know that the penguins are south and bears are north.
Matt, what has
Wow.
gone well for you? What has gone well with your comedy career so far? Or not necessarily comedy career, sketch career, you know?
Yeah, do something. The response to that has been fantastic. Like a lot of people want to get involved, which I was really scared to do the show because like I was talking to Marcel and like other people who have done stuff like this. I'm like, I just don't know if comedians are going to be interested because like I know that I like doing weird stuff. There are a couple people who have like weird bits in the stand-up, but whether people will actually want to like branch out, I think I'm just going to get like the people who do sketch and improv at Big Fork. Those people will be interested, and stand-ups probably not. But it's like overwhelmingly stand-ups have like reached out and tried to get involved, and it's awesome. Like, and I'm so excited to see what they do. Like everyone who has done the show so far has been amazing. With one notable exception who kept taking his shirt off and reading quotes to the audience. What was that?
That's very good. Yeah.
Oh no!
I thought you'd say maybe your, show that you did with Louisa would have been one of the highlights of your career so far.
Also
missed
fantastic.
opportunity.
I'm just going to ride my own coattails really quick, and then I'll jump into Louisa's coattails, which are actually much nicer. Louisa packed out our audience for our split bill, which was amazing because I know that I had maybe 6 people there to see me.
Oh, I reckon there was a big chunk from Big Fork that were there to see both of us. Yeah.
But then there was also like 30 to 40 people there to see you. I was like,
she's got a lot of friends. I've noticed, Louisa.
Yeah. Oh, impossible to not love Louisa.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like I had no right performing at a sold out show like that, and that was you. You did that for us.
Oh,
that was
thank you.
Fucking amazing.
Do you know we didn't know it was sold out until minutes before we got on stage because the last thing we heard there was about 40 people coming, which was excellent. But
Was it?
Yeah,
How many?
70.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was
cool.
30 extra people that must have booked in the last few days. So it was such a thrill. And I think it was so good for us as well to go on having just heard that news and be like so excited by it. And the room did feel really full, which was nice. But yeah, workplaces. I talk about comedy at work all the time.
Yeah.
And it's work people come, so I appreciate that.
What would you say, Matt, hasn't gone well so far? Have you had any hiccups or hurdles along the way?
Hard to say. I mean, like it's tricky to get spots is like a hazard that I'm running into because I don't know if it's like just bookers don't want to try the weird stuff because honestly, it doesn't always go well. And like I'd never blame the audience for that, or sometimes I blame the audience, but very, very rarely, very rarely. I know that if I was funnier, it wouldn't matter that I'm being weird. So I always need to be funnier. And like if I'm funnier, hopefully I'll start getting more gigs. So it's hard to practice, it's hard to do bits, it's hard to figure out what's funny because I get stage time once every couple of weeks sometimes.
Yep. It's interesting. I heard a quote, but I didn't hear it directly from Sam Campbell, but someone told me a quote that they'd heard that Sam Campbell had said. So I don't want to misquote something that he might not have said, but apparently, he has said to people, bomb as often as you can. That's kind of a nice little piece of advice, if he did in fact say it, allegedly.
Yeah, okay. But I've seen you have some excellent shows too.
No, there's definitely shows where I've gone really well. And like what feels awesome is like when a bunch of stand-ups who I know are really, really funny have not had amazing sets, and then I get on and I just start yelling and doing weird stuff and the audience really gets on board. That feels fucking awesome.
Yeah, which we witnessed that happen. It's probably a few months ago now. I was at Sit Down where it just been like a relatively quiet night and you got up and the audience just erupted. And they'd been quiet all night and then erupted
That's
for
a
you.
good feeling,
and
isn't
then
it?
whoever... You got off, and then the audience was like just a bit warmer for the rest of the night for everyone
That's
else,
always
which
cool.
was lovely. Yeah.
I should say as well, the only reason I brought up that bomb reference is I've not really seen you bomb very often, but it's the fact that if you're trying to bomb more, you're being creative, you're pushing yourself outside the comfort zone. And I thought in terms of the alternative comedy, Sam Campbell would have to be up there, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big inspiration. Like I have to actively write things to try to not sound like Sam Campbell because I sometimes accidentally fall into the Sam Campbell voice. It's like, nope, come on. Like you're directly ripping off.
Yeah, the upward inflections. Yeah.
Like there was a gig that was happening last year, and I don't want to name names. It was like a bit of a hit and miss. And like I was booking that one as often as I could because I knew that the audience wouldn't be on board.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, I got to get in there and try a bunch of weird shit. And if it works here, then it is good. And I've gotten like some good bits out of it. And I think there's a lot of stuff that I did there, which is still like green and I can use it. But like I've been sort of scared off because it was so fucking hated. Like there's this bit I do about how I've been wasting like the last 8 years studying the human genome. I'm tracing the human genome, and then I hold up like a tracing of a gnome. Like, I was saying it wrong the whole damn time.
Yeah.
And yeah, they didn't like that at all.
Yeah,
I was like, I know it's going to be funny somewhere.
Just went over their heads.
Yeah, that is very
all right,
funny.
Matt. It's come to the time of the episode where...
Yeah, we say it. Do I get to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Nunn, what is your 5-year plan?
Kill God.
Wow. And exactly
clickbait.
how are you going to do that? You're going to manifest it?
Are we going to be able to use this?
Yeah, just manifest. And it's like, I'm just putting the energy out there, and I know that's
wow.
going to come back. I'm using the secret, baby.
Yeah.
Which god? And Matt's like, all of them.
There's only one God, and it's Tom Heim, and I'm going to kill Tom Heim.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Matt, what is your 5-year plan?
Oh God, I really don't know. I would like the only thing that I would like in the next 5 years is to work part time because I'm making a little bit of money off comedy.
Yes.
That would be great to have be doing paid gigs. Fucking amazing. Yeah, like if I could have a show at the Adelaide Fringe or Melbourne Comedy Festival within 5 years, also great. Yeah, I want to get out of the IT work that I do because I'm so bored and so tired of it. I don't know. Get another dog. What else? I'm trying to think of everything I want to do in 5 years.
Would you move to Melbourne or Sydney, or are you happy in Brisbane?
I've been thinking that maybe I would move to Melbourne. I probably wouldn't move to Sydney. I would probably move to Melbourne if anywhere. But I would also like part of the reason I'm do something is I want to develop Brisbane or help develop Brisbane. Like I know that I'm not going to be the person that does it by myself. But yeah, just to make Brisbane a more appealing place to stay, or even for a few people move to, that would be incredible. Like we've got a few people moving back to Brisbane now, and it's because like more online content is viable, and like there are some decent gigs in town, and also there's just a shit ton of talent in Melbourne. So like you're not gonna like have an easy time standing out there and getting paid there anyway because it's just hard. There's so much competition and so much talent.
Yep.
And yeah, like the options are move back to Brisbane and be the big fish in this pond, or move to England where like you might be able to make some money because they have actual paid gigs. You can actually work in comedy if you live in a different country. Imagine.
Well, don't get another dog then if you're thinking London's an option. That's going to cost a fortune getting a dog over there.
Yeah, I would definitely never move country while my current dog at least is alive. It's so much stress.
How old is your dog?
8. And he's a very small crossbreed, so he's probably going to be old as shit.
Yeah.
I reckon he's got another 7 or 8 years in him.
Yeah, sure.
I just spent $2,000 cleaning his teeth.
Got to get that winning smile.
He's like never had any issues at the vet before, and they're like, oh, he's got a little bit of gingivitis, so we'll have to put him under sedation to clean that, and it's going to cost like $1,900. Like,
Yeah, well.
fuck.
Yeah.
What else is in your 5-year plan? Career or otherwise? Family or health-wise?
Oh God, yeah. Like if I could develop like my body's mobility, that'd be great. Like I'm completely inflexible, and I have like just a million injuries, which stops me from working out.
You look like you would have been an athlete when you were in school. Did you do something?
No, I played like a bit of soccer. I was no good at it.
Yep.
Good do something reference, by the way.
What's the reference there?
Well, do something. The old mic.
Do something.
Did somebody say do something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gone above my head.
Yeah, we all missed it. That's cool.
And I ruined
Thank you
it
for catching
by-
it.
Yeah, that's okay. That was some of my best work, but never mind.
I'm sorry.
No, I was like extremely uncoordinated and awkward.
I know now. Now I remember saying it. I apologize.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was uncoordinated up until like age 16, and then all of a sudden, like everything started clicking, and I got good
Your
at
knees and
like, a
your
lot of
elbows.
sports. I meant mentally. Fuck. Yeah, I suddenly like could figure out how to actually play stuff. Like I remember, like we'd started volleyball for a term, and I couldn't do anything. And then for some reason, like halfway through, all of a sudden I could serve really well, and I could actually like play as a team member. And then all the other sports started clicking too. I was like, okay. So apparently, just at this age, you figure out how to use your hands. That's cool. But yeah, no, never good at competing at sports. Always bad.
Well,
Extremely
you got
competitive
comedy.
though.
Yeah. Got the arts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Feel like you got the bit of a physical comedy. Do you do much slapstick stuff?
If I could figure out a way to do it in a new and interesting way, I will. I've done like a little bit, I guess, but like I think most people are just sort of tired of seeing it unless it's like really.
Or you don't
good.
want to do it unless you're going to do it justice, sort of thing.
Yeah, like Sam Campbell, amazing slapstick bit right at the start of his festival show. which is Welcome to Stage Sam Campbell, and a mannequin falls out of the sky and just slams onto the stage.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. If any Sam Campbell fans are watching and haven't seen his show,
Well, you're not a real
please
fan
don't-
then,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the show yet.
Yeah.
Also, I think he's not doing that show anymore.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think he's on to his next one.
Good.
But
Yeah.
that was very
I got tickets
funny.
to that already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but also, the warning is like don't watch the last minute of the podcast. So it's like a retroactive content warning.
Yeah.
Those are good. Those are helpful, actually.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Just erase that from your memory. But
Yeah.
then the lights go up. He runs in, replaces the mannequin with his real body, and then he gets up like,
Okay.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
slapstick.
well, now you've ruined the magic for me as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Or did you ruin it for yourself by not getting tickets and not organising yourself?
Did you? I've seen it. I've seen it twice, actually. I saw it twice in Melbourne. It was very good.
Yeah.
You thought it was really his body? You thought he was doing that every night?
Do you prefer Matt or Matthew?
Matt,
You don't like Matthew?
no, don't love it.
Yeah. Does anyone call you Matthew?
Very rarely. Some friends will. Very rarely my family will.
Yeah.
Doctor. My doctor says
Yeah.
Matthew. Don't like it.
I'll call you Matt then.
Thank you.
That's very nice of you.
Is
Craig.
Cody short for anything?
No.
Code Red.
Okay. Someone suggested I make that the name of my show at some
Hell
point.
yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
Matt, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, pleasure.
Yes. How can people connect with you?
Find me on Instagram, Matt Nunn, or do something.altmike.
Yeah. And what are the dates for the next Do Something?
August 1st and October 3rd, and might try to get another one for the year, but might just let it rest till next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're
good.
watching this after that point, just find the shows and go to them when they're on.
Yeah.
If this comes out before August, please come to the show. Please buy tickets.
Yeah.
I reckon it will.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not jinx it. Touch wood. Everyone touch wood. Oh, good knock. Yeah. Okay. It's been so fun, Matt. Thanks so much for coming.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. See you next time.